Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on the Tier 4 American Premium Battleship, Oklahoma. Now, it is currently in the shop under the Season of Steel. Right there we go. Season of Steel, the third one in. I don't believe you can get this ship for Global XP. I could be wrong. It is at a 40% discount in here, by the way. That being said, we are using Commander Riker. You can use whatever you use on normal American battleships. We're using Pablo de Revel with Arthas for the extra catapult fighter damage, along with Flammable Cannoneer, Gyrating Drill Bit, Master Mechanic, and Marksmanship with Fight Fire with Fire. Okay. The upgrades, we are just have the one, we're using AA Guns Mod 2. You could take the main battery Mod 2, completely could see that. As you can see here, we have 5 heals because of Riker. Normally would have three. They're not the world's greatest heals, but they're heals, right? Like you can get a bunch of health back for Tier 4, pretty solid. Now you can pick between secondary enhanced targeting, observation seaplane, or if you have Arthas, catapult fighter is good. 4,800 hit points. And for your main guns, you have 10 14-inch American shells going down range with a 32 per second reload, a 42 second 180 time, which is on the slower side, but you're gonna have a lot of at the lower tiers. You're not gonna have to flip your turrets too much because these American dreadnoughts, they turn pretty quick. Like you can wrap around really quick. It's almost quicker to do that than turn your turrets around. And a lot of times you just have a lot of broadsides in front of you at these low tiers. All right, so not too bad. Now, HE on this ship actually better than what it is on most Americans. 4,927% fire chance. With 10 guns, that's not too bad for the size. And most American battleships, the HE is not good. At Tier 4, this isn't terrible HE. AP, it's American, so it's really good. These guns can be. So any American battleship before Tier 7, before they get the plotting room, obviously control you once in a while. This one's no different. Not overly accurate, but for Tier 4, this is one of my favorite ships at Tier 4. I do like it. And I don't normally like American ships before Tier 7 or for battleships. There's a couple exceptions like California, Arizona. Outside of that, not super big on them normally. AA defense, we have the AA boost, so it is a little bit helpful. A big chunk of it is out at 5 kilometers, but it's not a lot. It'll help you at a tier 3 carrier. Tier 5 carrier might be at tier 5 carrier might overwhelm you. Maneuverability, this thing is awfully slow. All right. One of the matches I had, a guy in a wheelchair was trying to get around me. He was all mad because I was blocking him. All right. Not fast. It's American Dreadnought. You have to position yourself well because you don't have the speed to really get into positions or out of positions that you make a mistake on, right? So you got to plan ahead. Turning circle is 610, so really good for a battleship. And rudder is 13.3. Detectability 12.4, but it's a battleship. You're not going to sneak up on a dead moose in open water. For my stats, you can see it's 80%. Don't get this twisted. This isn't like an overpowered ship. Had decent teammates. Also, it's tier 4. All right. You can see I don't play a lot at tier 4. That's the reason for. Main gun accuracy, 33%. Nah, at the tier, that's not too bad. The weird thing is you get some really pretty salvos out of the ship, and then you get some really ugly ones. And the to be honest, it's a roll of dice. Average damage, you can see it really good for tier 4, 76,000. Potential damage is a little bit low, but to be honest, I'm killing people before they kill me. I'm killing people before they get to shoot me most times in this thing. Had some decent games in this. I don't play it obviously a lot, but you can see it has good results. Armor, you can see 25 millimeter bow and stern. Oh wait, 19. Yeah, you get overmatched at tier 4. What am I thinking? So you get overmatched by battleships at the tier. Um, Outside of that, it's American battleship, right? It's gonna eat some full pins, as you can see here. Now that isn't your belt, the belt on this. You have a belt behind it, so. But you're gonna eat some. You're gonna eat HE spam, and most likely it's coming from a cruiser that you're gonna be able to debstruct, so it's not that worrisome. All right. Your deck is 19. All right, so that's a part of the reason you're gonna eat a lot of HE spam here, guys. But outside of that, here as we can see, Citadel, you have a turtleback, and it is above water, but as long as you're smart, the Citadel on the ship isn't really a problem. We are on Trident, and you can see the really awful looking first salvo at a deny, but it's a deny. We hit one Citadel shot, it gets a Citadel. It's a deny. It's lucky it didn't explode because I shot near it. We're going to get a pretty ugly salvo off of the start. Now, there's going to be a couple decent destroyer players in this match that are going to kind of make it interesting here towards the end. Now, that being said, if you guys weren't aware about Oklahoma, oh, look, there's Danae's back. All right, we're going to get a second shot. Look how pretty that salvo is. Oh, man. We only needed the first 2 shells to hit. Clearly, more of them were going to hit. But anyway, guys, as we push up here, if you didn't know, Oklahoma is just a Nevada. And it's still a decent tier 4 battleship, but Nevada is arguably better. It has better damage on its guns. Outside of that, they're basically identical. Accuracy might be different, but I don't think so. It doesn't feel like they're different anyway. But that being said, we're going to continue to push up. Now, I did have to speed that up because the American dreadnoughts are not quick. All right, and this might be the slowest one of them all. I actually think California is laughing at this thing because I think California is actually even a little bit quicker than Oklahoma. I think my California is 19 knots. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. That being said, she's not speedy, okay? The guy has gotten around us on the wheelchair. He's happy now, and we can continue our match. You can see Omaha in the middle of the cap. Do you guys want to guess how long he's going to live in this match? Because I'm not a betting man, but I could pretty much bet that it's not long. You're not going to pull that off in Omaha and get away with it. So, that with him out of the picture now, we are going to start to move up. Now, I am not really paying attention here. I have not noticed that one of their destroyers has not been detected. Because I'm super smart like that sometimes. And, there's gonna be their enemy destroyer. Oh, that is gross looking. Oh, man, that's gross. How did we hit 4 shells on that? That was the ugliest accurate salvo I've ever seen, I guess. But there's gonna be a destroyer on this enemy team that I think clearly may watch my videos, because he is only gonna focus on me the entire match. And to be fair, that's not a bad play. And I don't want to necessarily promote people trying to kill me, but it does make me a better player. However, if you see a good player in a match, right, that you recognize and you know they're a good player, try to take them out. If you know they're a big threat, get rid of them. And that is what this guy is doing. This Rhine, however, not doing that. And that's going to kind of come back to haunt him, as that is one of the prettiest salvos you'll ever see come out of a Tier 4 battleship. As we kill him with the first 5 shells that hit him. There might have been more that was going to hit him. We didn't need more, though. As you see, there is more torpedoes. Now I'm getting the hint. This guy may or may not want me dead. So we're going to continue, as always, to not drive in a straight line. We're going to try to take a shot at Clemson, because that's what you do. You get rid of destroyers if you see him. He goes down to our team. We have actually a very solid Nicholas. If you're watching this, by the way, the Nicholas, really well played, man. I was not expecting this out of a destroyer. He is doing his job, and he's going to continue to do his job. That being said, we don't have good targets right now. We're going to keep shooting at the Mulkey, and he's been pretty lucky so far. I actually don't know how you pronounce that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a shot. We're going to hit a pretty solid hit on him. And we're just more worried about this destroyer up in front of us. As you see, we're going to turn in again. Starting to figure out the rhythm of them torps. We really don't know where he's at right now. But there is a Ishizuki. And let's be honest, there's not a lot of citadels going around on battleships at low tier sometimes. Oh, that is another really pretty salvo. But Ishizuki is pretty easy to citadel. As you can see, we do get him, and he's not going to have a lot of health left. Pretty solid hit. And I think we already have our... Oh, yeah, we definitely already had our high caliber for sure. As we take a torp. I'm actually going to ask for help from this destroyer, our destroyer buddy. And to his credit, instead of just sitting in the smoke trying to farm battleships, he's actually going to come out and try to spot this destroyer for me. And you can see another really nice salvo out of this. Sometimes you get pretty ones, sometimes they're ugly. It happens. It's a low tier ship, to be honest with you. It's going to happen anyway. My Kazi gets smoked up. Our destroyer has turned away not to eat a bunch of torps like a decent destroyer player would. And don't worry, I'm going to eat all the torps for you, buddy, so don't worry. Starting to realize this is actually a pretty decent Kazi player for what it is. He's thrown out torps in decent spots to try to get me. And he has hit me with some. I would probably have most of my health right now if it wasn't for this destroyer. We're going to go ahead and use up our heals, though. And that is handy with Riker having the extra heals. And with our damage count here, we're going to take some flooding damage, obviously, from this. But that is okay. We're going to try to get in here. At first, I was thinking about coming in here, but, man, with the amount of torps Mike Kazi's putting on good target, not a good idea to chase him. I've already lost most of my health. Probably be a good time to maybe try to be smart about this, but I'm not going to be, I guess. I'm just going to try to charge him. Also, one thing with American dreadnoughts, when you're going to charge a ship in a smoke cloud, just because you're pointed at them doesn't mean you're not going to eat many torps. And American dreadnoughts, they can be pretty wide. Oklahoma isn't so bad, but like something like California, you're going to eat a lot of torps if you're not careful, particularly up close, because your ship is so wide. Now, we're going to ask for spotting. Mr. Steele is on his way to do that. Like I said, if you're watching, well played on your part. Now, I have finally gotten a point, I think, that this is not a good idea to keep following this destroyer. Alright, we need to get some room between us so he quits farming me for damage. He's going to have himself a good game by just farming me. And I have tried to dodge, but we're going to turn away because it's not smart just to sit and eat torps. Our crew destroyer is going to actually get ready to spot him. And sure enough, he does. And we get a little bit of sweet... That is a pretty salvo, too. We get a little bit of sweet revenge on the Minekazi. as we get our Confederate. Now the rest of our team will actually go ahead and finish him off. But you can see, when you shoot stuff with this thing, as long as the accuracy comes out pretty accurate, with Riker it does, you're going to hit stuff and it's going to hurt. Top of leaderboard helping our team win. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you folks next time.